name is Mary Wanjathuo. I'm a voice for the voiceless, a catalyst for change, a multiple award winner, and an aspiring Nobel Prize winner. I run Cityscape Trend Services Limited. It's a social impact organization for profit where we provide sustainable commercial cleaning services for offices and buildings. And we do this through leveraging our core business to address social and environmental impact. At Cityscape Trend Services Limited, my role is to champion, to advocate, to lobby for decent work, decent pay, human rights, economic growth for those at the bottom of the pyramid, dwelling in informal settlements in urban and peri-urban areas. Once again, Cityscape Trend Services Limited, clean space, better world. We say that in Cityscape Trend Services, we do not hire to clean, we clean to hire. And that's the beauty about the cleaning industry, because the reason why we say this is that we believe that cleaning industry is not just a mob and a bucket. It's a space where you come in and look at it in a broader way, not thinking that it's business as usual or it's profit, but a way to change the world and make it a better place. Thinking about people and putting people first in the forefront of everything that we do. People come into business for different reasons and for various reasons. And the first reason is that they come into business to sell. I remember when I started my business, it was a salon and a barber shop, a salon, a beauty spa. When I started the beauty spa, it was purposely to sell it, make profit, and then go. So people come into business to sell. For me today, that was then. That I came into business when I had a salon and a barber shop because I wanted to sell it. People also do business today because of lifestyle. There are people who want, for example, there are people who win a tender today and everybody in the neighborhood will know because they will buy a big car, they will buy a mansionette, or they will live in a mansionette. Their life will be a life of lifestyle that has actually been changed. That's also another reason why people come to business, to have a better lifestyle or a lifestyle that they have never had. Another reason why people come into business is to live to their children, like the Asian communities. That is what they do. They live to their children. And the last one, why people come into business, is to change the world. And for me, I think I was motivated. When I started business, I was motivated to come and change the world. I want to leave the world a better place than I found it. A life where people put first. A business that puts people first. A business that thinks about people, because I believe that putting people first is an act of humanity. And that is what we do at Cityscape. Actually, our philosophy is respecting people for their dignity without infringing on their human rights. Is because we know that a lot of people start business to make money. For us, yes, it's to make money, but we do not put profits as the first thing. We say you start doing the right thing and then money follow you. So I was motivated first to change the world. The other thing that actually motivated me to come into business is my purpose. I know that I did not come to planet Earth just to roam around. I keep saying no. I have come on planet Earth because there's a reason why God put me on planet Earth. And that's why I'm here. And my role is to find it. Find what is it to find why I'm on planet Earth. To discover why I'm on planet Earth. Because I believe that even we have seeds of greatness actually buried deep inside us. We just need to identify what are these seeds of greatness that are actually buried deep inside us and know why God put us on planet Earth. I'm so passionate about the purpose because it has been a journey to find my purpose, because there were several questions that I did ask myself. Who am I? I needed to know exactly who am I. And I came to discover I'm not just Mary though. I came to discover that I can speak for other people. I came to discover that I can be a catalyst for change. Not just change, but real change. And that's why today I say I'm I'm a catalyst for change. I say I'm a voice for the voiceless because I discovered my voice. So asking myself those questions, who am I? Why am I here? And what are my abilities? What is it that I can actually do? What is it that what are the skills? What are the talents? What are the tools or God-given gifts that God has given me? I can use them so that I can drive my purpose. I've come to realize that my purpose is motivated or is inspired by the four key things. One, my purpose gives me happiness. My purpose makes my life meaningful. My purpose makes me fulfilled, and my purpose gives me a lot of satisfaction in life. So purpose is very crucial for me. However, for me to drive my purpose, I still believe that I must have some values or some principles that I stand for, that I cannot violate, so that I can be able to achieve this purpose. So and these principles are actually embedded in our organization, and I can actually quickly just mention some of the principles that have made me to be able to drive my motivation, my purpose, and my drive for doing business. And the first principle is anti-corruption, that we will not engage in corrupt activities. The other thing is human rights, that we will take care of people, we'll put people first without infringing on their business. And the other principle is labor laws, that we will observe the laws of the land, and ensure that we pay people well, decent work, decent pay. And the final one is environment. And those are the principles that actually keeps me going and make me motivated to actualize my purpose. I am still working on my purpose. Some of the tips that I have learned in business is that when I started my business, it's about failing forward. Is that I've come to realize that in business, you get into business and you are hands-on. You are a hands-on entrepreneur. And then as you continue doing business, you will find a lot of challenges, actually a lot of challenges in business. Initially, you'll do them with a lot of zeal and passion, and you'll make a lot of mistakes. You'll do it scrappy. You will fail, make mistakes, start again, fall, make mistakes, start again. And I have realized that making this mistake is what propels you to the next side. It is what makes you to navigate on the other side. I've come to realize that when you are in business, when you make these mistakes, you learn. And you want to make these mistakes and make mistake over and over. Once you realize that you have made a mistake and you come to learn how to do it better, those are the key lessons that propel you to the next level. Or those are the fuels that fuels you to keep going in business. So actually making mistake today has actually made me stronger. Maybe I can give you an example of some of the mistakes I made. When I came to business, I did not even know, maybe out of ignorance, I did not, or I wasn't employed. I was actually employed in a lot of small businesses. And we say you can never be what you have never seen. So I got into these businesses. And of course, small businesses, they do a lot of mistakes. They learn, they do better. And when I got there, we never used to have statutory deductions, NSSF, NHIF. And when I started my business, I started the same. I did not do those ones until the law caught up with me. And when the law caught up with me, I had to pay all the statutory deductions that I had never paid for many years. And that was a mistake that I did. And I was able to learn that I need to correct it and do it better. So learn your mistakes, whatever it is. Don't be afraid to fall. You will fall, and you will fall many, many times. But when you fall, tomorrow, do not fall again. So I think for me, that is something that have actually motivated me to know that the mistakes that I've done today, I can be able to do better and become a better person, become a better entrepreneur, and be able to help another person who actually wants to start to do business, understand the mistakes, or to understand the pinpoints that they should trend carefully. and they can avoid. Yes. So the second tip about doing business is that be passionate and be driven. You need to have a cause. You need to be cause driven every time you are in business. What is it that fuels your energy? What is it that motivates you? You need to be passionate. You need to be cause driven. Have something that makes you be able to wake up in the morning the next day and the next day and the next day. So be cause driven, because I have come to discover, unless you are cause driven, then how do you have fuel? How do you have something that gives you energy? How do you have something that gives you a burning desire? Something that gives you tenacity, something that gives you determination, that's something that pushes you to the next level, something that makes you wake up in the morning. So you need to be cause driven. Are there women, or are there a group of youth, people who have fallen, that you need to lift them up? Is there a group of people or youth that have mental health issues? What is it that you can do? What is your ability? How can you raise up and be able to do that? Another tip for doing business, I think you need to have principles or values that you cannot violate, things that you stand for. You strongly believe in your DNA that I can do these things. So you need to have those things, not in your head, but on your sleeves. Have things that you cannot violate, things that you stand for, things that you believe for, values that gives you character, values that keeps you disciplined in whatever you do. That will take you far, because you cannot violate those. You stand for them. So today we are going to discuss a topic about challenges that women face while they do business. And one of the challenges that I've actually gone through myself when doing business, the first one I would say is access to funding, or access to finance. Access to finance is a challenge for most women in business. For example, I remember one time I wanted to get finance, actually to expand my business. And the most interesting thing is that when you go to the financial institution for you to get funding, you will be asked for a whole bunch of documents that you need to give. Like for example, they will ask you for a collateral. They will ask you for a lot of information, especially audited accounts. You'll be told to attach so many documents. I find this very cumbersome. And the most disappointing thing is that sometimes you might not even end up getting this funding. Another thing is that sometimes you might decide maybe to get someone to invest into your business. You'll be told to do a pitch. Pitching is also cumbersome. Going through the pitching process, because there's phase 1, there's phase 2 before the investors really understand your business, because they need to understand the customers you have right now. Are they repeat customers? Are you going to have repeat customers? Are you how your cash flows? How is your business generally? So they need to understand all this, and that's why there are a lot of phases. I've done it before, and initially when I was doing it was exciting. I did it the first time. Then when I got almost to the 5th stage, I couldn't get any money. I did not get any money. So today I still feel like it is a very tedious process. The pitching I find it a very tedious process. However, there are women who go do it, and they actually are able to get funding. So for me, how have I done it so that I can be able to access funding? I might not have gotten the huge amount of money that I want so that I can be able to expand my business. But I've been able to, instead of going to financial institutions, the commercial banks, I go to circles. And I've found that with the circles, you just need to develop a culture of saving. You need to keep on saving and saving. And the moment you continue saving, then tomorrow you can be able to access a loan. So with your good culture of saving, the more you can access, the more you can access the huge amounts of money. And I have seen it with my friends. Myself, I've been able to actually acquire funding from SACCO because I've been able to develop a culture of saving. For me right now, I would say I still have a long way to go. I still need to continuously save so that I can be able to access a huge amount of money, and I can be able to expand my business. But that, for me, I think it is the long route. What if I'm given funding that can give me some time, a little bit of time for me to be able to pay it? Because I believe that one of the challenges that a lot of business women are facing today is that they cannot be able to get funding, that they can have a grace period for them to be able to pay it. But you need funding. You are given funding today. The next month you are bumped up with you need to pay it. You need to pay it quickly, even before you have been able to generate income. So I think for me, to enable business women or challenges that business women are facing, women need patient money, so that they can be able to use that money, generate income, and then after they have generated income, then they can be able to pay the money back. And what I believe is that even statistics have shown that a lot of women, when they are given money or when they access money, they are able to pay it back. So I think patient money would work for me. The other issue that I've seen women face, and I personally also face, is access to networking. Networking is key, because sometimes women can say, or someone can say, that I do not have time to network. You do not have time to join an association. You do not have time to join a network. But that is where the gold lies. I've seen it in myself that I've joined a lot of networking. I've joined association. I've joined a lot of business networking, and being in those networks is where they say, someone said that your network is your net worth. So I believe in networking. Just go out there, show up yourself, and network with people. And that way, you're able to build a support system of people, like-minded entrepreneurs. So just go out there and network. For me, I think networking, for most women, find that it is a challenge. But for me, today, I believe it's the best thing that can happen to someone. So just go there and network. However, I know sometimes networking can be challenging, especially probably there are boys clubs, places that you want to network, but the hours when people come could be late hours, and women could actually find a problem to be in some networking platform or field, because maybe time would be kind of something that would actually burden. Another challenge that I think women in business find it as a challenge is work-life balance. Sometimes you are the CEO of an organization, you are a mother, you are a wife, and you have to be able to juggle all these roles and still come out strong. But after doing a lot of soul searching, I have come to realize that work-life balance can also be managed, And how I have done it is that I've realized that I cannot be a superwoman. And if you're not a superwoman, what you can do is to delegate. So after some times, I would find initially, before I got to understand how to balance work-life balance, I would find the driver. I'll find I want to do everything because I feel or I think I'm the best in doing it, and I can only be the person who can do it. But as I keep going on and on, I realize that I cannot be a superwoman, that I will fall. And the more you get burnout, you work, you want to do everything, you get burnout. And the moment you get burnout, you are done. So the best thing for me today, I have learned that work-life balance can still be managed. And how do I manage? I do a lot of delegation. I delegate. If there's something I can do, and I have to show people, I have to train people, I have to mentor them so that they can actually be able, so that even when I'm not there, it can actually be done better. The other thing that I have come also to learn that women in business face is lack of mentors. and role models. We need a lot of mentors and role models. I remember when I started doing my business, it was the most difficult thing. First of all, I didn't even know how to start. How do you approach a mentor? How in the first place, how do you approach a mentor? I never knew what are the tips for you that I have to be the person to be on the driver's seat and make that first call, and don't be afraid, because when you make that first call, you don't know. You might, I remember the first time I was making that first call, I was like, what is the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario, the person will just say, maybe a yes or maybe a no. So you must be bold enough, but have an open mind. So I think that was the biggest challenge. But I think that is a problem of getting mentors. That is one place that I think I struggled a lot to get a mentor. But today I am happy that I have known how to approach mentors. And doing networking, when you network, you're able to meet a lot of people who speak the same language like you do. And that way you can be able to meet more mentors that like you cannot believe it. Another challenge that women in business face, I've come, especially right now, to realize is access to markets. Access to market is one of the biggest challenges that women. But what I like about this is that we have a vibrant private sector. We also have a vibrant international development organizations such as UN, IFC, and I have seen right now, I belong to such platforms, and where they are trying to bring women in business, buyers and sellers. And I keep believing that as much as we are having these challenges, women are facing these challenges, I keep believing that it's only for a short time. Every day, things are evolving and people are coming out and saying, this is a challenge. How do we solve it? Bold people are coming, courageous people are coming out here and saying, how can we solve this? And how can we do it better? I've seen it evolving because I remember in 2015, when the government said that we want to have the ACPO for youth, women, and persons with disability. Women can be able to access procurement opportunity. And today, right now, as we speak, we have the development nation, that is IFC, who are saying, can we have small business women? Can we have large organization? And can we merge them? It was very interesting how how all this idea unfolded, because we had to be put together in a space. And when we were put together in a space, we are matched, the buyer and the seller. For me, it is the best thing that can ever happen to a woman in business. And at some point, I was thinking, this is the best time to be a business or a female business leader in Kenya, because I still believe that it's a process and it has started and it's going to change the way business is done in Kenya or in our space. Where we are being connected, where the buyers and the sellers are being connected. And this means big organization merging the small business women so that they can access. And you can just know what that is going to be. Women are the architects of society. You can imagine, you feed one woman and she feeds the nation. Another challenge that women in business face is access to information. Access to information is also another space that I have come to realize is very key. For me, initially I did not know how to be able to access information until I started joining association, until I even started seeing vibrant private sector, especially the financial institutions. They are trying to bring their customers and say, come, we want to teach you about finance, we want to teach you about marketing, we want to teach you about this and that. And that for me is amazing. And that's why I keep saying that we have a vibrant private sector in Kenya, whereby organizations have realized that they need to bring women on board to train them. So how do they access this information? How do we also ensure that even women in the rural areas are able to access this information? So I think a lot is happening and things are changing. Even the scripture says that my people will die for lack of knowledge. So for me, I keep saying, I don't want to be ignorant. I want to keep on finding. And today, the beauty is that there's a lot of information on the social media. There's a lot of information on the networks. There's a lot of information, even in church. So I think access to information has been a challenge. But as we go on and forward, more women will be able to know what are the channels they can be able to access information. So this can actually be addressed. Another issue that a lot of many women in business face is bias. Statistics shows that only out of a huge percentage, only 1% of women are able to access the procurement. Why? Because sometimes you find that a woman or women would actually be given a small margin of procurement amount as compared to the male. So you find that women, sometimes they might think that we do not have the capacity. We do not actually have the capacity compared to the male. So I think this is also a space that many women find challenge. Another challenge that I have seen that we face as women in business is lack of confidence. I remember when I started my business, I had also to start learning how to gain confidence. How do I speak in public? How do I even ask questions? So I think first of all, women, we need to believe in ourselves. You need to believe in yourself. You need to dig deeper. Dig deeper, because the more you dig deeper, the more you have confidence on a particular subject. Be part of where people are speaking. If it is a workplace, then you can join your board. If it is probably a committee, take up leadership position. If it is in your church, take up leadership position. Start small. Start small, and the moment you start taking those roles, little by little, it does not matter what role you are taking, just step up and take that role. And before you know it, you will be so confident, you'll be so driven to take up leadership position. You'll be looking at challenges that actually you want to address. You'll be looking at things that are actually affecting your society. And that's leadership. Leadership is just stepping up, being bold, and being on the driver's seat. So I think that's a key space that most women need to really take up. The name of my organization is Cityscape Trend Services Limited. We provide sustainable commercial cleaning services, and that is contractual cleaning services. We have three kinds of services: contractual cleaning services. We have the second one is spring cleaning. Spring cleaning means it's a one-off where we come, turn your house ups and down, clean, and then we leave, or your office. And then the last one is customer preferred services. Customer preferred services is services that we provide only that you as a customer like. Maybe you like it 2 days, you like it 3 days, you like it in a week. Those are the kind of services we provide. So the first service again is contractual cleaning services, one-off cleaning services, and contractor cleaning services. We are located in Kileleshwa along Tembere Road, and you can find us on www.cityscapetrends.co.ke, and you can also find me on my social media handle, Mary W. Thuo. This has been Mary Wanja Thuo. You have been watching my Source Business Show. Keep watching Prayer Cave TV. Thank you.